I've had a few requests to do some more budget-friendly meals, so I decided to combine weight loss friendly meals with budget-friendly meals in a what I eat in a day video. So these recipes are going to be not only weight loss friendly, they're going to be budget friendly. So stick around. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow the Starch Solution. Starch Solution is a program that was developed by Dr. John McDougall. It is a starch-centered diet focusing on whole food plant-based diets, mostly around potatoes, rice, whole starches. If you'd like more information, I will leave a link to his book in the description box below. On my channel, you're going to find quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes that are also gluten-free. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe. And be sure to follow me on Instagram for more plant-based content. And if you're new to this way of eating, or maybe you just feel like you need some support, I started a Facebook group. We're a pretty active group of like-minded people, and there you will find recipes, inspiration, and support. And if you're still not convinced that a plant-based diet is right for you, I created a quick little e-guide that explains the benefits of a plant-based diet. And be sure to sign up for my newsletter. It comes out every other month. And in my newsletter, I address different topics. Some are from a nursing point of view. I've got some tips and tricks and some recipes. I will leave the links to all these resources in the description box below. As I stated in the intro, I will be doing a what I eat in a day video today, focusing on weight loss meals and budget-friendly meals. So each meal will be weight loss friendly and budget friendly. And these recipes are going to be very quick and easy. And one way to make sure that your recipes or the meals you make are budget friendly is to start by eating out of your pantry and out of your refrigerator and your freezer. I do this all the time, and it's a great way to save money. I almost think of it as a game, like how long can I go before I have to go to the grocery store? What can I eat out of my freezer, out of my pantry? So that's going to be part of this video today. And I try to do this at least once a month. I may have to go to the store for some fresh things like spring mix or tomatoes or something like that. But for the most part, I'm eating out of my pantry, my freezer, my refrigerator. So let's get started. So for breakfast, I'm going to be making my banana oat pancakes. And this recipe is the most popular recipe on my YouTube channel. It is so quick and easy, and this is definitely budget friendly and weight loss friendly. Everything goes into the Vitamix, and we're gonna just start with 2 cups of oats. And as you know, oats are very inexpensive. And this is also gonna be gluten-free. Then I've got some baking powder, cinnamon, and vanilla powder. If you don't have vanilla powder, you can use vanilla extract is fine. I just prefer the flavor of the vanilla powder better. So that's gonna go in there. And then I have 1 flax egg, which is just a tablespoon of flaxseed, ground flaxseed, and 3 tablespoons of water that I let sit, and it gets kind of this eggy kind of consistency. And I throw that in. And then a banana, and bananas are very inexpensive. I have a store here where I can get bananas for 40 cents a pound. Sometimes they're 35 cents a pound. So look around. I'm sure you have like a grocery outlet or a discount grocery store, and Costco has pretty good prices on bananas too. And I eat quite a few bananas. So the banana is going to take place of any oil. And then the last thing is we're going to add some water. Now you can add plant milk to it, but it's going to increase the calories, and it's also going to add a few more cents to the recipe. I like to use water. They come out delicious. I don't even notice. So if you want to use the plant milk, that's fine. They do come out, the batter comes out a little creamier. But if you're trying to lose weight and stick to your budget, this is the best way to do it. So we're going to put some water in here, and I will leave the exact measurements and everything in the description box. So I'm going to go blend these up in my Vitamix, and just know that as they sit, they will get a little thicker. So if they start out kind of thin, don't worry. You can just let them sit for a minute and they're going to get thicker. If it's way too thick, then just add some more water. So I've got my beautiful Bella grill all preheated at about 375. If you don't have a griddle, I highly recommend this one. I love it. It's amazing. And I have a link to it in the description box. Now we're just going to pour the batter right onto the griddle from my Vitamix. And I like my batter pretty thick, but you just do what, you know, how you like it. And what I sometimes do is add a little bit more water to the batter because it will thicken up as it sits. And I think I will do that. And I usually get about 11-ish pancakes out of this. So you have plenty for breakfast. And I usually eat at least 3, sometimes 4 depending on the size. And then I just have fruit with them. So we'll let these cook, see how they're starting to bubble up. And then we'll flip them over. And then we'll be ready to eat. Okay, I just flipped them and maybe another minute on this side, and then I will plate it up. I got 12 pancakes out of this batch, and you figure 3 or 4 per person, you're gonna have 3 or 4 serving sizes. And I will leave in the description box an approximate price per serving on these meals, if I can, best to my ability. So I have about a tablespoon of maple syrup that I'm just going to drizzle on. You see, you don't need a lot. I didn't even use it all. And then I've just got some fresh blueberries that I'm gonna throw on here. Beautiful. And berries are such a great thing to have in your diet. Lots of antioxidants, fiber, and they're low in sugar. They are delicious. So there is breakfast this morning, and I have leftovers. I'm the only one that really likes pancakes in this house, so yay for me. And I may take some to work, or I'll have them, you know, during the week for breakfast, for a quick, easy breakfast. So for lunch, I'm gonna make a taco bowl, and I'm gonna use chickpeas. Sometimes I use tofu, but today I feel like using chickpeas. I found these in my pantry. I had some dry chickpeas and I just cooked them in my pressure cooker. And if you've never made chickpeas in the pressure cooker, they're super easy. And I'll leave the recipe in the description box that I used for these. And then I have some leftover rice. I've got some leftover salad. There's some carrots in here. There's red cabbage. I think I've got some red onion. I'll add some tomatoes. So I'm just going to heat these up, the chickpeas, and I'm gonna add some Mexican seasoning to them to make them more like a taco feel. And then I've got my plant-based cheese sauce and some salsa, and I just mix the two together and it makes kind of a queso cheese. It's delicious and it is budget friendly and weight loss friendly. So let's head on over to the stove. So I'm just going to put about a cup of these chickpeas into this pan, a little bit of water. And then I'm going to add some of this Mexican Fiesta seasoning. And this is going to give this kind of the taco flavor. And I probably put in, I don't know, half a teaspoon, quarter teaspoon. It doesn't really matter, just to your liking. You might not like as much as I do. And then we're just going to let this cook in these spices for a bit. And if they get a little crispy, that's great. I've done this in the air fryer before. You could do it in the oven, depending on how crispy you want them. So we're just gonna let this go for a couple of minutes and then I'll check them and give it a taste, see if I need more seasoning. So I've added some more seasoning to this and added some water because you want to get all the stuff on the bottom. This is all good flavor. Now if you don't have this Mexican Fiesta seasoning mix, you could use just your regular old taco mix, would be just fine. All right, I think these are about done and we're gonna put it all together. Okay, so I got a little bit of rice in here. We'll add some of this lettuce. Like I said, it's got carrots and some cabbage. Even got some cucumber in here, that'll work. Have a few tomatoes. Then let me grab my chickpeas. And then for my sauce, I just warmed up a little bit of my cheese sauce. I have some jarred salsa here. Just put a couple spoonfuls in here, stir it up. And instantly you have some queso here. And we'll just pour that all over. And yummo! So that is our taco bowl. So you've got your starch, you've got some legumes on here, and lettuce with cabbage and red onion, cucumber. You've got some tomatoes, and then that beautiful cheese sauce mixed with some jarred salsa. So this is meal number 2 that is weight loss friendly and budget friendly. So for dinner I'm going to make some pasta. I had a partial box of gluten-free penne pasta. It's about 1 3/4 cups. I found a can of this Italian style tomatoes. It's got garlic, onion, basil. And I've got a bag of California medley, which is just cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots. You could use any combo that you would like. I got this bag for 75 cents at Aldi's. I'm going to add a little tomato paste. And then I've got some baby kale that's about ready to go bad, so I'm going to chop that up real finely and add that as well. So I'm going to add my pasta here to the boiling water. And mine's gluten-free. You just do whatever you want, and then just cook per package instructions. So I drained the pasta, but I reserved, I don't know, about 3/4 of a cup of the cooking water just in case I need it. And then I'm going to add my veggies. And these I steamed, and these you can steam right in the bag. But I would suggest steaming them ahead of time. So I'm going to add the whole bag. I chopped up a bunch of kale, probably what, 1.5 cups? So I'm going to throw that in. And as you can see, it's going to be more veggie than pasta. Then I have my can of tomatoes, and then I'm just going to stir this all around and see where I'm at. Now I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. I just feel like it gives it a richer flavor. And then I'm going to add the cooking water, a little bit of it, and then just again stir it and see where I'm at. I like to add a little nutritional yeast. Maybe a tablespoon or 2. And then I just continue mixing this up. I want the kale, oops, I keep losing some. I want the kale to wilt down. And I may just put the lid on it and let it sit here. Now if you want this more saucy, you could add some tomato sauce to this, but I kind of like it this way. So that's just my preference, but if you wanted to add maybe a small can of tomato sauce, if you wanted it a little bit more saucy, or you could even add some jarred spaghetti sauce, up to you. But I didn't really feel like I needed to add any spices because the tomatoes had salt, garlic, oregano, and basil in them, and that gave a lot of flavoring. All right, I'm just gonna put the lid on here, and that way the heat from the pasta and just from the stove will wilt that kale a little bit farther. So here's my bowl of pasta with all these veggies. I put a little bit more nutritional yeast on there. You could put some pepper if you'd like, and I think this is a pretty hearty serving, and I still have this much left over, so I'm gonna say this is 2 servings with some leftovers. All right, let's give this a taste. Alrighty, got a big bowl here, lots of fresh veggies, some pasta. For me, the ratio is more veggies to pasta. That's how I like it. You know, when you start eating this way, your taste buds change, and I just love the flavor of vegetables, fruits, whole foods. It's really interesting. And I like pasta too, but it doesn't have to be the main thing. It's very satisfying. I definitely will put it in my dishes, absolutely. So let's give this a taste. So good. So simple and easy. So if you've made it this far in the video, comment below with budget meals. And that way I know you've stuck with me to the end, and I really appreciate it. If you got value out of this video, hit the like button or give me a thumbs up. So I hope you learned that it's real easy just to shop out of your own cupboards, get creative, start throwing things together, get some starches, get some vegetables, and just put it together. It's really easy and it's fun. Be creative, and if you need ideas, come to this channel. I've got tons of recipes here. So remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you. I've had a few requests. I don't know why. I've been getting some, there we go again. I don't know why I have to go up an octave. Or if you know, I've got some tips, some trips. What I ate in the, oh my goodness.